So I'm filming in my car during my lunch break because it's the only time I have today. So I was online just looking at things about publishing, trying to figure out what to talk about for today's video, and I ended up reading a lot of quotes from different published authors about publishing. So I figured that I would just share with you some of my favorite quotes about publishing that I found. First up is a quote from Beth Revis. I feel like I've heard this same sentiment echoed by many authors about their publishing experience. Beth says, "I wrote a book, it sucked. I wrote 9 more books. They sucked too. Meanwhile, I read every single thing I could find on publishing and writing, went to conferences, joined professional organizations, hooked up with fellow writers and critique groups, and didn't give up. Then I wrote 1 more book." I love quotes like these about how many books an author had to write before they had one good enough for publishing, because sometimes I think we read an author's debut book and we think of it as the first book they wrote, but it's not. It's the first book they published, but they probably wrote a dozen other books before that, before they had one good enough. My second quote is from Margaret Atwood. She said, "Publishing a book is like stuffing a note into a bottle and hurling it into the sea. Some bottles drown, some come safe to land, where the notes are read and then possibly cherished, or else misinterpreted, or else understood all too well by those who hate the message. You never know who your readers might be." Just like that whole simile of kind of just throwing your book out there. And then I found one from John Green I really liked. He said, "In the end, what makes a book valuable is not the paper it's printed on, but the thousands of hours of work by dozens of people who are dedicated to creating the best possible reading experience for you." I think as a reader, this is a really important quote about publishing because we tend to think of books as just being the product of an author, but honestly there are, like he said, dozens of people behind a book, and they're all important and they all are trying to bring you the best reading experience. And then we have Nicholas Sparks, who said, "Publishing is a business. Writing may be art, but publishing, when all is said and done, comes down to dollars." I think that sometimes the publishing business and publishing companies can get a bad rap from writers because sometimes they maybe have to drop an author or they don't choose someone's book or whatever it is. And it's just important for us as artists to remember that publishing is a business, like he said. Honestly, when it comes down to it, they have to make money. That's the point. And last up is a quote from someone named Kristen Lamb. I actually don't know who she is, but I came across this and I just thought it was funny and I liked it, and it's very short and to the point. She said, "Persistence can look a lot like stupid." Sometimes when you're writing your 9th book and it's still terrible, you can feel kind of stupid for continuing to write. Or maybe you feel stupid because agents or publishers are telling you that your book is not worth their business. Whatever it is, sometimes when you haven't found the success you're looking for, continuing to try feels kind of stupid. And that's why I like this last quote, because while you may feel stupid right now, one day when you have found that success, you're going to look back on it and realize you were just being persistent. Anyway, that's all for today. I have to go back to work. Let me know what some of your favorite writing quotes are down in the comments, and I'll see you guys this Sunday for our live chat at 7:30 Eastern Time.